I work in the STRIDE program, and I basically help transition women of color that are aging out of foster care into independent living. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to nominate Shamirian because I call it our invisible population when it comes to young women of color transitioning, whether it's from foster care, homeless situations. They don't have the resources that typical kids that leave home and go off to college or go off to work, and then perhaps they don't succeed, so they go back home, or they have parents, grandparents to help them. That's not how it is for this population.
I like the fact YWCA is diverse, and I see a lot of, people that look like me, women of color that look like me, and they have these high roles, which I feel like is huge. So I was part of the Women's Initiative Council, working on policy work, allowing young women of color to use their voice. We focused on the legislative branch. Reason why I decided to, participate in that was because I like to try new things. I've been through a lot of barriers in my life, and it's made me passionate working with people, especially youth, because I feel like I can relate to a lot of youth. I love, just connecting with them and just allowing them to know that, they are someone and giving them a chance.
I first met Jewel in 2018 when I started at the Y as an employment counselor. She impressed me right away with her advocacy for herself and her confidence. If Jewel wants to be an inspirational speaker, I don't think she needs to wait. I think that her story is already inspiring people. She speaks from the heart, and being able to share that journey, how she was inspired by people who have been in the same shoes, especially women, and then being able to share her story about stability and finding resources and finding things for her kids to do and helping them grow is already inspirational.
What I got out of the YWCA was encouragement, well-being for myself, like how to be confident, how to accept things the way they are without trying to change them when you can't change them. I needed to hear from other women that's been in my shoes before. And so them programs had got to the point where I wanted to be there. I wanted to go. I was calling is there another one, or when, or what date, time. I just needed to be there. And when I would leave the program, I would feel good throughout the day. And then to be around women, not only just women, but women that's been in your shoes or going through something that you're going through, or some women was going through more than I was going through at the time. And just to be there and to see that and we could uplift each other, I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I nominated her because she just gets it done, and she is driven, and she is so positive and funny, and when you hear her story, you might think that she would feel held back, but she just grows from it. So she's very inspiring. When I think about goals for Kashina, I know she's got it covered, but on my end, I just hope that she knows that she just shines wherever she is.
I found out about the YWCA program because I became homeless with my child after working as a nursing assistant for 6 years. Serenity, she is 3. She was born during the pandemic in March of 2020, but she was my miracle child because she actually came out not breathing, and they gave her oxygen, and she was right on point. She didn't need to be hooked up to no incubator or anything, and she was a very strong, powerful girl. I actually named her Serenity because I was in the hospital, and I already had her name named out, but then I just was like, she's bringing me so much peace. I'm gonna name her Serenity, and she's a really strong girl. We just found out that she has epilepsy, But one of the main things that stuck out with me is actually when my daughter had her seizure, Lisa came to the hospital, hurried up and ran to me, stopped everything she was doing, came to the hospital, hugged me, comforted me, and just showed me love. And I know it's real, it felt great, and I'm gonna forever appreciate Lisa. This program, the YWCA, they encouraged me to keep pushing,